All right, Carlos, you're using the wrong microphone again because you always do.
Well, this one is right here, and it was set up in the correct spot. All right.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all.
This mic stand. It's closer than the other one.
No, you. Never mind. I'm sick and tired of your shit all the time.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe your setup's wrong.
No, Carlos, your setup's wrong. Then where would the mic for this spot be?
Nobody sits there ever.
That's not true. We do have people sit there when we have six
Never.
people.
Never happens.
Yes, happens. Anyway, Doug, you want to say some more?
Even bickering is a mic test is pretty good. A little bad. Everything good? Doing all right?
There you go.
There we go. How are you? How's your headphone levels?
Not too bad.
All right.
I can hear everything. So
Do you want them up, down?
up a little bit, please. Perfect.
How's that?
Oh, that's sexy.
All right.
All right.
What was my level? Do I need to be turned up at all, or talking?
You're fine.
All
Just
right.
don't. If you start yelling, they have to turn you down.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll try not to yell.
Good. I'm glad.
I had a burrito bowl. It's not going down very well.
Wash it down with some beer.
Oh, dear.
You overdo it last night a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, live from the Blind Ninja Studios in Western Wisconsin, a show with no purpose, hosted by experts at drinking, and they're almost definitely wearing pants. It's time for the Department of Offense.
Welcome to episode 112 of the Department of Offense. I'm your host, Casey. Joining me, as always, is Carlo.
I'm here. Yeah.
And Matthew.
Oh, hello.
And special guest, Doug.
Hi.
Yay, Doug's here.
Yay.
It's very exciting. Before we dive too deep, I wanted to remind you that today's episode is brought to you by our Black Belt patrons, Zach Zablosky and Dale Littlejohn. If you want to become a patron, head on over to patreon.com /Blind Ninja Studios or click on the Become a Patron link at the bottom of our homepage. It's like a recurring tip jar, and it helps us out. So, yeah, do that. And, Carlos, what have you been up to this week?
Well, I played some video games, and then
Did you take notes on what you've been doing this week?
No. I found a note card from the last show. No, but of course we had an event yesterday. We'll talk about that later. Also, Daredevil is on Netflix. I watched the first half of that so far. Great.
First half?
I'm like, almost halfway through. I'm like halfway through episode 5.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How much did you watch last night?
Just the one episode.
Okay. So you watched 4 hours of...
That's not that weird.
I suppose
Think
it's
how
not,
quickly
yeah.
we went through House of Cards.
3
and shit
hours.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like 3
Yeah.
hours.
I
Almost.
it's just surprised, like putting it like I'm halfway done already.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I'm halfway through the second episode, and then I got distracted by people.
Well, he had stuff to do. I didn't.
That's true. You never have stuff to do.
It was that okay? I could play video games, or I could watch some Daredevil. And it was rough.
Yeah, was it rough, Carlos? How rough was it?
Very rough.
Yeah,
Sounds
okay.
painful.
It was.
Though
very
I
painful.
mean, that's Sophie's choice right there, right?
Yeah. Catch-22. I mean,
Matt, what have you been up to this week?
Not a whole lot.
No?
Schedules are changing at work, so I'm getting used to that. And I made okonomiyaki on yes, that's what the face everybody gives me when I
I
say
have
that.
heard of it, but I just don't know what
It's a
it is.
Japanese pancake, and we did it Hiroshima style, so it has bacon and noodles and great stuff.
Oh,
in
I
it.
thought that meant it glowed in the dark.
Oh, that'd be funny. And then, finished up, caught up on Game of Thrones because the premiere is tonight.
I'm so excited. There's gonna be dragons and boobs.
Dragons and boobs.
That's the thing. I don't have HBO, so I always have to wait and avoid as many spoilers as humanly
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
hard part.
Just in time for HBO to drop their new
Ah.
service.
HBO Now.
Yeah, HBO Now.
Mac products only though right now.
Is it? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Or you can get it on the PlayStation using what's that thing called, Carlos?
I do not know.
Why don't you know?
How could on the
PlayStation
PlayStation
Store?
using what? I don't know.
No, it's it's their new live like TV service.
Oh, yeah.
They're like
Oh,
on
isn't
the
it like
cable thing.
Stinger or something? Or I can't.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just know that HBO thing was like $15, and like I pay $8 for Netflix.
Yeah, but you don't get dragons and boobs on Netflix.
I get Daredevil.
No
Yeah.
dragons nor
15
boobs.
is pretty pricey for that.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
But
technically, if you
also,
have the internet, you can get dragons and boobs.
That's true.
that's true. That's true.
Granted, though, it'd be nice to be able to watch Last Week Tonight like the whole.
Last Week
episodes.
Tonight is great. I
Well,
watch.
I just see the clips.
I acquire it occasionally.
The cool part about like I just got the HBO Go because my parents have the HBO subscription, so like
Uh-huh.
they have literally everything, every TV show they've ever had on there. It's really cool.
Cool.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, HBO has a lot of good stuff.
Mhm.
Well, and all their old stuff is now on Amazon Prime,
Is it?
so you can go like watch The Wire and stuff like that.
Do they have Carnival on there too?
Yes, and Sopranos and all that old HBO
That
stuff.
stuff that people have
The
been talking
Pacific
about for
Band of
years.
Brothers.
Yes, I wasn't a huge fan of the Pacific.
No, Band of Brothers was really good though.
It was that was
that's a good
great.
show.
The Pacific was too much like those. What was it? Letters from Iwo Jima, and what was the other one?
Flags of Our Father.
Yeah, wasn't a huge fan of those movies,
Mm.
but that's because they were boring. So, Doug, what have you been up to since the past year? Man?
Oh God,
man.
what hasn't happened? Let's see. Bear Guts. I had a kid
Well, that's
back in October. It is what it is. I mean, just learning to balance your life out around this little thing that's really demanding. I don't know if you know this or not, but babies are constantly demanding stuff. But
Those
they
jerks
can't say it out
They're
loud.
going to be
It's just-
demanding
yeah.
stuff until they're 18. Or
So they're
even
kind of
more.
like dealing with drunks all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you train them right, like after a certain age, then they can serve you beer.
Oh, there you go.
I'll give her a job around the house. Like, you got to go fetch daddy's beer, but if you don't crack the top, you don't get a quarter. That's how it works.
Oh,
You know?
that's a good one. My grandpa always gave us a quarter for getting his beer for him.
Yeah, we've even talked about having like an internship in the house so I can pay her and then write it off.
That's a good idea.
Then you
Yeah.
have to follow labor laws.
Well, I mean,
Call it farm work.
what you can get away
Call
with.
it farm work.
Yeah, we're farming art. There you go. That makes sense.
You can ignore all the hours.
Is that how that works?
I see, honey, you're getting up to your 60 hours this week. I don't know if I can have you go much further than that. Let's see. This year I also wrapped up the Kingdom Beloathing series that I was working on. So we got a collection of that coming out here in the next month or so. And finished up color this weekend. I finished up coloring the LVX pages.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, we'll have to dive into that during the
Yep.
interview in a bit here.
yeah, it's been a busy year.
That's exciting.
I know.
Busy is always good in, I guess, internet things, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to constantly be doing something, otherwise people get bored of you.
Yeah. I guess this week the biggest event that happened was we celebrated International Tabletop Day at Pitchfork. There was a decent turnout.
There was. I
there
was
was a
really
few-
surprised how many people.
Yeah,
are playing games.
there was a few people playing games there, which is cool.
Yeah, I was surprised.
A
Some people
dad
brought
got his ass kicked by his son in Munchkin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw them starting to play that.
Yeah,
one back
I
there.
watched that.
Nice.
That was pretty good. But,
Yeah, I saw like a
nice.
couple of people brought like their little kids in too.
yeah.
well,
no,
I
but-
don't know how much of that was with tabletop day and how much it was the parents wanted a drink and the kids were along.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. The brewery culture in Wisconsin, I don't know how it is in Minnesota a whole lot, but there's always kids in the breweries.
Mhm.
It's kind of crazy.
Minnesota's more hipsters. I mean, so you still get the board games, but like they kind of frown on children being there,
Yeah.
I guess.
Is it legal in Minnesota?
Up till 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Like I still go to the Monday night comedy show or Northeast, and like sometimes I have to bring my kid with because I don't want to
Mhm.
find a sitter. But so that means I have to get out of there like before the show closes because at 10 o'clock
You can't
it
have your
becomes
baby
illegal
there.
to have a baby
Yeah.
there, which is kind of funny because I don't plan on feeding shots to my baby, and it's not like she's gonna go sneak around and steal people's drinks.
Oh, you don't know that. Wait until she starts rolling.
Well,
maybe they're worried that you're going to have her sober cab for you.
Well, yeah, what I want to do is train her to like just get that like really pretty look on her face, but sad. And Daddy needs a beer. Do you think you can contribute? And just have her go around with a basket.
There you go.
So I'm gonna totally work that guild.
Toddler Kahlberg going around with the hat. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I had a few too many by the end there.
Yeah,
I
and
was-
what was the best part about it? We had the to-go breathalyzer with us. too.
Yeah, and I
those
won.
things are fun. Those things are cool.
It was a contest that I totally.
Yeah,
Vanquish.
we went out last night when we got back from the brewery.
I figured you guys would.
Yeah, Peter ended up coming out too, and we went and saw a couple bands that were playing and stuff. We got to play with the breathalyzer.
Oh, that's right. It was the
Bluegrass
the
Festival in River
Festival.
Falls. Yeah,
Who won that?
the breathalyzer. That was I think it was Zach actually.
It doesn't surprise me.
And I was right behind him by like 2 points, and it was like
Oh.
point. He think he's like 0.17.
This is the problem with these portable breathalyzers is it turns drinking into a
I
contest.
know, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Where it's like, what? You have this? Not for long. And you just start chugging beers.
There's some cool bands. We saw the best one was at Shooters, and then after that we went over to Emma's, and actually Emma's was the busiest place in town. It felt
But you
like.
put up the sign that said no music.
there was no music, but you actually couldn't even walk in Emma's, but you could walk everywhere else.
Maybe everybody else was sick of music too.
That must be, I think so.
Or it's just the Emma's is the cheapest place in town.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Because on the other side of my sign, it said beer taps 150 to 3.
$3 for a pint of craft. You can't go
Oh.
wrong with that.
God, I'd go broke.
Yeah. Not as fast as $6 a pint.
Well, that's kind of the thing I like about like the brew pubs in Minneapolis. Most of them shoot around $5.
Yeah.
Which I get that's fine.
That's just what we've come to expect as beer price.
Yeah,
like drinking
exactly.
craft beer. $5 a pint. Okay. 6. All right. You know, I can do it. 7. We might be having a
I
problem.
don't know.
here.
The
Yeah.
first few, I'm like, whatever. But then once I realize that I've had 4 and just spent $20 on 4 beers, I'm kind of like,
Well, don't think about it that way.
no, yeah, I don't like that at all.
It happens.
Don't
when-
quantify
It really
that
does happen when
number.
you get older, when you start thinking about the price of what you just paid. And like, I could sit at home and watch Netflix and get drunk for far cheaper than this.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Well, and then like you go out to eat and it adds another $12 to your.
I spent a
2
lot of
beers
money yesterday, a lot more than I spent downtown River Falls just sitting at Pitchfork.
I went to Patty's and spent an amount
Yeah.
there,
Because I got those apps there too, and then the beers.
and then I had 7 beers at Pitchfork.
So I
throughout the day.
purposely,
But that was over.
I
8
purposely
hours,
only brought like
so-
$18 downtown, and I spent that buying people drinks too.
That's because you went to Emma's. Where it's
No,
like
we went all
$2.
over the place.
That's ridiculous. All right, we have a beer. We should try this
Oh
beer.
no, what is it?
Ooh,
Don't know
beer.
if I can have any beer go down.
All right, well, you're going to open it and pour and pass, and then I'll
Okay.
talk about it.
Oh, it's a stout. That means I'll just take a sip.
Yeah, just take a bit. So this is Old Guero, or Old Guero. It's from Bent Brew Distillery, which you know because we've done a few interviews with them. And this is they're calling it a Chilean double stout, and it was aged in bourbon barrels for 9 months. Just released this week. It's like 10.5% or something.
Oh Jesus!
Has a decent amount of spice to it. I tried a sample of it at the brewery, and then I bought a couple of bottles. But it smells awesome.
I don't know about
Pungent.
that.
Holy cow.
Whoa!
I've never smelled a beer like that before. With that foam
Looking
If
Yeah,
diet.
anything,
well,
it smells close to the Hebrew
It's
16.
definitely a.
Mm.
It's a little on the boozy side.
Yeah.
That's why I picked up another bottle that I'm going to let sit for a year and let that booze kind of.
Mellow out. a
Mellow
little bit.
out.
Looking at that
Mm.
foam, you can definitely see it's a double stout.
Oh man, but there's like a cocoa note, a little bit of coffee.
It was
You
rum
can smell
barrels,
the
right?
barrel,
I'm afraid
bourbon
to-
barrel. Yep.
Oh, bourbon.
It's
yeah.
actually got a very interesting flavor. So stout, you can taste a little bit of the spicy chili in it,
I get a lot of chocolate out of this thing.
chocolatey.
There's also honey in it.
Yep,
Yeah,
there
honey,
you go.
coffee. Merkin is the smoked chilies.
Yeah, we already kind of laughed about that before. 'cause
Yes.
I want to drink a Merkin, but
Merkin. Carlos.
Oh, I'm liking this. I've only had like a sip so
Oh,
far.
okay.
no, it's pleasant.
Matt, we'll start with you then.
Yeah, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to taste after smelling that.
Once that smell dissipates just a little bit, it's not as concentrated.
I do like that chocolate. You can taste the honey that you said that. Yeah, I like-
Yeah, it's a lot sweeter and it's not quite as boozy.
it's more
as-
savory than sweet. I'd say, kind of
Mhm.
like.
Yeah, it's definitely not too sweet. I'm glad about that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Doug,
It's good breakfast beer.
breakfast. I don't know about breakfast.
Well, if you want your day started up good,
Yeah,
There you go.
Right.
The whole bottle.
I like starting breakfast out with like a stout because that goes good with coffee and bacon and whatnot. So
pancakes.
Makes sense.
Pancakes.
Did you try any of this year's KBS Kentucky Breakfast Stout from Founders?
no,
No. I don't know. I picked up a couple of bottles where I was able to find them, and it was just super boozy this year.
Yeah.
So that's one that definitely needs another year on it. But once it's aged properly, it tastes like breakfast in a glass. It's amazing. It's so
awesome.
good.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, I think.
Yeah, well, I can. I'm not quite. I just wanted to
Oh,
say that.
yeah. Go ahead.
All the different flavors in the beer just really come together really well. I think that they really complement.
They mellow well. And you can pick up hints of the barrel in the bourbon,
Definitely.
which I like. And it's not too barrel like. Some of them you taste, and all you taste
honestly,
is
I get
wood.
most of that barrel
Yeah.
in the smell.
Yeah.
So
Oh man, but a bottle of this would knock you on your ass hard.
yeah.
But I might be able to drink a bottle of it. It's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault at all.
And now the Department of Defense presents news with Casey.
That's me. All right, guys. Florida woman Caroline Tidwell woke up last Friday to an unexpected visitor, a 400-pound black bear chilling in her living room.
Ooh.
Right? Tidwell was initially afraid the bear had eaten her cats, but it turned out that the only thing the bear had chowed down on was her family's Easter candy. The sugar-crazed bear fled the scene once it realized the people were awake, but it then broke in again the next morning. So how bad does your home security have to be for it to be infiltrated by a bear
Well,
twice?
let's talk about this fact that it's a 400-pound bear. There's not really much security that's going to stop it if it wants to get in.
Yeah, I feel like a locked door would deter that bear pretty
It's
well.
a 400-pound bear.
Or at least wake up everybody when it knocks down the door.
yeah.
They didn't discover it until the following morning.
Yeah, like how hard do you sleep? You don't know there's a bear in your house.
Well,
It was a very sneaky bear.
Well, maybe she was woken up by the sound of the bear. Like maybe the bear didn't do it until like 5 o'clock in the morning. So
The bear had time to eat all of their Easter candy and then chill.
it's a bear. They can probably eat that candy.
There's a
pretty
really
fast.
good video on YouTube somewhere. I can't remember the name of it. I saw it a long time ago, where a guy was sleeping on the couch and they had like a security camera inside the house, and all of a sudden you see the door like open up in the kitchen or whatever, and I guess a bear just walked into the house, and finally he wakes up hearing a noise and just his sudden shock and like going up to the wall, and then he starts being really big and yelling at the bear and everything, and the bear finally figures its way out of the house. It's just like, what the hell?
I have no idea what I would do if a bear
That
popped
is,
in my
it's a
house.
great video.
I have no idea.
I'd probably close my door and go back to sleep.
I would probably encourage it into my neighbor's backyard.
Be like, come on, bear, eat this dog.
No, just their children.
Man, I don't know. Carlos, the bear would go straight for your room. That's where all the Slim Jims are.
There's no Slim Jims anymore.
That's true. You've eaten them.
Exactly.
So you are just
Now
one
your
big
So
Slim
I'm
Jim.
covered.
Yeah, your sheets smell like Slim Jims, so he's gonna go. And,
No, they don't, because I wash my sheets.
oh, you
That's
sweat out the Slim
ridiculous.
Jims.
Washing sheets. What kind of bachelor are you? A farmer in Leroy, Minnesota is having a bit of a bad time after some ballsy thieves stole $70,000 worth of his bull semen.
Is this the wait? Is this the first time? This isn't the first time this happened, right?
No, this is the first time we talked about bull semen. We've talked about pig semen before.
Oh, it was pig semen last time. All right.
What do you do with that much bull semen?
I don't know. Apparently, they took a frozen canister roughly the size of a milk jug containing vials of semen from his unlocked barn. According to the local sheriff, bull semen is quite valuable. People will purchase the semen and inseminate the cows themselves instead of transferring a bull to the cows.
That's
No.
true.
Is Fear Factor still a show? Because maybe they stole it.
I don't think Fear Factor is a thing anymore.
All right.
I didn't know there's a black market in bull semen.
I didn't either.
Like, how do you initiate that conversation? Can
I'm
I-
sure if this was like China, then they'd be stealing it and selling it on the
Right?
market.
It's a good side for their 3-penis wine.
yeah, and then also they
It's like caviar.
they kill a bunch of sharks and take the shark fin so they can make shark fin soup out of it, and that thinks the guy will be more vigorous and sex life. You know, I don't know.
They make drugs for that now. You don't,
So yes,
Yeah.
you don't need to kill the shark.
Not if you're in China.
yeah, no, it's really big.
Then they
It's a
don't.
big thing. It's expensive over there too.
Yeah. A North Korean teacher's guide named Kim Jong-un's revolutionary activities, was recently leaked and includes a lot of lesser-known facts about their great and wonderful leader.
God.
It includes tidbits like Kim Jong-un can draw well and knows how to compose music. Yeah, good to know. Kim Jong-un learned to drive at the age of 3.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
at the age of 9, Kim raced the chief executive of a foreign yacht company and won. Yeah. Man, I wish Obama was as cool as Kim
Does-
Jong-un.
is it confirmed that he poops or not poops?
Well, according to the book, everybody poops except Kim Jong-un.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
He's a perfect being. He was born without a sphincter
Yeah.
because he didn't need it. He uses every nutrient.
That was like the only good parts of the interview was all the different things they made up about Kim Jong. Yeah.
I loved the scene when Franco finds out that the grocery store is fake.
Yeah. He lied.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those movies I can kind of see why they drummed up publicity for it
Yeah.
because it was fine, but not as big as it.
No,
not at all.
Nowhere near.
Should have not caused that much trouble.
No, but it was fun. It was just fun. UW-Madison students are working on breaking a record. No, not the record for the largest beer bong. That record is held by local bar Clyde's Corner in Beldenville.
Oh, really?
But rather the world's largest Rice Krispie bar. The students are combining 9,000 pounds of marshmallows, 5,500 pounds of Rice Krispies, and 900 pounds of butter. Just think about that number for a second. 900 pounds of butter. That's a shit ton of
That's a
butter.
lot of butter.
A lot of butter.
That is like the average American's yearly intake of butter.
If they're looking for somebody to volunteer to eat the whole thing, I am. My schedule's open.
Carlos, this is a 15,000 pound Rice Krispie bar.
Might take me a week. Yeah, might take me a week to eat it.
They're gonna chop it up and sell it to charity. They're not gonna let you eat all 15,000
Well, I
pounds
mean,
of
if
Rice
I
Krispies.
eat it, I can like eat it for charity. You know, make an event or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
is it like, are you gonna raise awareness for diabetes?
Yeah, sure. That'll work.
So that's a brilliant event, having eat off for diabetes.
They should have it.
Maybe
They should
some.
roll it out so it's like the normal size of a Rice Krispie
You know-
bar, and just roll it all the way so it's really thin. That'd be a really humongous.
I could.
God.
I
because
could
it's
eat
probably going to be in a brick form.
Yeah.
I could do like a dual. Eat it for both diabetes and like maybe pancreatic cancer or something. I don't know. What's something that is destroyed by sugar? Your body in general.
Just your body, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Use it for like gluten awareness, because it's rice.
Well, no, they should definitely make it a gluten-free Rice Krispie bar.
Yes.
I mean, that's the only way
Now,
to make
that's
it
a
truly
that's a
healthy.
deal
Yes, you
breaker.
gotta be
If I don't get my
all-inclusive.
gluten, I might die.
No, it's
Yeah.
the opposite, Carlos. Gluten's bad for you. Didn't you read Scientific American? Gee whiz.
Well, you see,
Gee
my
willikers.
body is anti gluten, so if I don't eat gluten, like bad things happen.
Isn't that just pro-gluten?
No.
Pro life, pro
completely
gluten.
different.
But it's anti.
Yeah.
Stop using double negatives.
It's
It
like watching
confuses
somebody try
me.
to swim out of a sand pit. It's just not happening.
The current record was set by a team in La Canada, Flint Ridge, California. Their treat weighed in at 10,314 pounds. This is gonna beat it by 5,000
So now those people
pounds.
up in Canada are
So-
like,
No, California.
California?
It's La Canada, Flint Ridge,
Oh.
California,
How are they planning on cooking that?
which is a stupid name.
Like, are
You
they
don't cook Rice Krispies.
right, crispy bars? Don't they have to be heated up? Or
No,
it's
the
just
marshmallow
heated?
needs to be
Yeah.
heated up. So I'm assuming they're just going to put it in
Right.
like a big cement mixer, which has a heating element.
Well, I would not say a cement mixer. I would probably say a bunch of giant pots. 'Cause
Why
you don't,
you use a cement mixer?
you don't want to eat something from a cement mixer.
Well, if you clean the cement mixer first.
It's not the same.
or a brand new cement mixer.
Yeah, you can disinfect that. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I really want to know
probably.
who's paying for all of these materials, though.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, if it's for charity, it's probably being donated.
Yeah.
The tourism
Charities.
board. I don't know.
Tourism. They're not going to keep it around. It's not like the world's biggest ball of twine.
I don't know.
Like Madison's like, oh man, our tourism is really hurting right now.
Let's make a huge Rice Krispie bar. It'll fix everything.
Till a bird shits on it.
You'd be
And just spray it
surprised.
with epoxy so it can stay there forever.
You'd be surprised what you can get away with from the Chamber of Commerce.
What do you know about the Chamber of Commerce? Like, where's your inside information
Don't worry
coming
about it.
from?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Carlos, I feel like you're just not making facts. I feel like you're lying to us.
No, we're all about the facts on the show.
Oh, okay. A 4-year-old in Texas just had the greatest day ever with his dad. His dad brought him to a site of a future shopping center to hunt for fossils. Figuring that the recently dug up earth would be a good place to find some neat fish fossils. They did find some fish fossils, but Wiley, the son, also found something far more exciting, a piece of fossilized bone. It was a decent-sized fossil, and his dad got pretty excited and called the university. The university started to dig around and found one of the largest collections of nodosaur fossils, an herbivore creature that lived in the late Jurassic period, along with a few possible new species. So I'm hoping that they'll call one of the new species the Wiley-saur.
Now,
Because first of all, that has to be one sneaky-ass dinosaur.
first of all, I was disappointed because I was hoping that they'd find a dead
That's
body.
right, bad puns all over.
Nice.
I was hoping that the kid would find a dead body, and that's what he dug up.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
No,
gonna be, too.
that's stand by
But
me.
also-
This is real life.
But you see, the thing is, you realize that means that shopping mall is no longer going up.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, yeah. So all that work that they did, like now it's gone. They can't have a shopping
The
mall.
world doesn't need another shopping
No,
center.
it really doesn't.
There needs to be a shopping mall in every corner.
No, we have the Mall of America. That's the only one we need.
It's not large enough yet.
You have Amazon. Like that's all you need. You
That is the
don't
Mall of
ever have to
America
leave your
now,
home
right?
Anymore.
Amazon is.
Plus, they have Amazon Prime now with 1 hour delivery in certain cities.
I want that.
Right?
That's awesome as shit.
Want that so much? Just so much.
It's worth the money.
We mentioned this already, but Game of Thrones season 5 starts today. But some fans just couldn't wait. Yesterday, the first 4 episodes of season 5 were leaked online around 9 p.m. And by Sunday morning,
Did
the
you get it?
episode no,
Dang it!
I want to watch them week by week. Otherwise,
I
I
want
will
to get
watch.
5 episodes in, then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but then you'll forget that it's on.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
Then I can go enjoy trivia.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
I missed all the trivia
don't know
because
what
it's
to
at
do
the
with
worst time on a Sunday.
I just don't know what to do with that information. Anyway, by Sunday morning, the episodes had been downloaded almost 800,000 times. Wow. The source of the leak is currently unknown, but the going theory is that they are uploads of HBO's press screeners that have the identifying watermark blurred out. So somebody screwed up. It was probably Gizmodo. Those guys. First, they get banned from Apple events, and idiots. Yesterday marked the 45th anniversary of one of the most historic NASA near disasters, Apollo 13. Launched on April 11th, 1970, Apollo 13 was supposed to be the third trip to the moon for NASA. Unfortunately, 2 days into the mission, on April 13th, an oxygen tank aboard the craft exploded, putting Tom Hanks, Bill Paxton, and Kevin Bacon at risk.
Yep.
Luckily, with quick thinking from mission control on the ground and the astronauts themselves, they safely made it back home. The incident has since been dubbed a successful failure and a phenomenal film. What a great movie. I love that movie.
And it's a common misconception that's the worst space event that happened to Bill Paxton.
What is the worst space event that happened to Bill Paxton?
The aliens that were coming out of the walls.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Yep.
Bill Paxton just does not have good luck with anything.
He should not travel in space. No.
No, not really. No.
He shouldn't really do a whole lot. He was the one in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. who went loco, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that was Paxton. It's him and Pullman. I can never
Yeah, I know. I
remember.
was just gonna say that they flip flop. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
It's Paxton and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, so he shouldn't be part of shady organizations either.
Yeah.
He should just stay at home and eat Rice Krispie bars with Carlos.
I don't share. I don't share Rice Krispie bars. So
So you're not going to share your 15,000 pounds of Rice Krispie bars with Bill Paxton?
no.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't?
He's a star. He can afford his own damn Rice Krispie bar.
Selfish man.
I don't think you know how anything works.
I don't have to. I just have to know that I want a Rice Krispie bar. That's all I need.
So go make a Rice Krispie. It's not that hard, man.
Yeah, but it's not
You can ask
15,000
it,
pounds
if you
of Rice
do
Krispie
give it to
bar.
him. You can ask him what the eye of the tornado was like.
That's true. He does drive right into those.
I don't like that
You know,
movie.
like a genius.
You don't like Twister?
No.
Why not? It's a fun.
It's a fun
I
movie.
don't care
And
about it.
You want a really fun knockoff? Watch Tornado with Bruce Campbell. Horrible.
I started watching that Into the Storm that came out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a recent one. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. There's tornadoes everywhere.
Wait, they're still making
Yeah,
Twister
it was
knockoffs.
it was just in the theaters. Maybe when I first got back from Japan.
Wasn't there two like Twister movies that came out
Mm-hmm.
very close to each other? I know it was Twister, and what was the other one?
I don't know. I like my
Similar premise,
Yeah.
but
yeah. I think there was one that was similar. But I don't know. I like my tornado movies accurate, by like factually accurate. So that's why I stick with Sharknado.
the only
I-
thing keeping Tara Reid paid.
I always forget that Philip Seymour Hoffman was in Twister.
He was?
Yeah. He was the crazy electronics geek guy that played the loud music and shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Man.
He's been in so many movies when you think about it. Yeah.
Not anymore, he's
I
not.
know. Sad days.
Well, I brought that down. And to bring it back up, we're going to talk with Doug about all the things he's doing.
Oh,
We should do that.
We should. That's the
awesome.
whole reason he's here.
I'm awesome.
That's actually one of my favorite stories. Like, I've worked with disabled people, and I was talking to one of them one time, and I told them I want to make a T-shirt that says "I'm awesome," and she goes, "You're awesome." I'm like, thank you. Yeah, I think it's funny. I coaxed somebody into telling me I'm awesome. So
Yeah,
that's where
but
that goes.
they said it in a questioning way.
yeah. Well,
They may have their doubts.
well, they shouldn't have their doubts. If they've met me, they don't have your doubt.
That's true. All right, Doug. So I guess what work-wise, what have you been up to?
Okay, so the latest thing that we already kind of touched on was the Alpha X book that's coming out. I hang with a group of guys called the Twin City Comic Collective, and you can find those guys on Facebook. Just look up Twin City Comic Collective or TC3, as they like to be called. And we put together a jam book, which means that we had two writers work on the script, and then every page has been kind of touched on by like at least 3 or 4 people.
Oh, wow.
So pencils by one person, inks, and then colors by 2 different people, including me.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's actually really a lot of fun. It's like a space adventure, old pulpy kind of comics, like Buck Rogers, but with like a lady.
Okay.
Is it? So and right now we're running an Indiegogo. It's open for like a little over a week now left. So we could use some donations for that if people want to go find Alpha X
What do you
on
guys,
Indiegogo.
what's your goal?
We're trying to make 2,000.
Okay.
Helps with all the print costs and going to Wizard World and paying for like tables and such.
Awesome. Very cool.
So definitely kick in for that, even if it's just like $5. But there's some good prizes. on
Is
there.
there like do you have a quick link that
Quickest link you could find, just go to Twin City Comic Collective on Facebook. It's like one of those IGG whatever.
Yeah.
But otherwise, go to Indiegogo and look up Alpha X or Twin City Comic Collective, or just find me on Facebook, Doug Kahlberg, and maybe not friend me. Just look at my links because I'm pretty picky about who's my actual friends.
Ooh, we're friends with them.
right?
I know. Well, that's the thing. I've got a personal one and then I got a business one.
Yeah.
There's the Free Range Studios Pandora's Box is my professional one.
Totally have a bone to pick with you on that.
Yes.
Because I can't link to it from the Blind Ninja Studios one.
What?
Because
Yeah.
it's an individual account instead of a page,
Okay.
and so you can't link to
I've
pages.
been meaning to switch over to a fan page. I just got to figure out how to make that work for me. So
Yeah.
So I should do that soon.
And by a
actually.
bone to pick, I mean it's not a big deal.
just link my name is fine.
That's what I did.
Yeah. That's good enough for most people. If they don't like it, they can, not go to my
Right.
website. I don't care.
I do this thing that really relies on fans, but fuck
Yeah, well,
them.
well, I don't know, the way I've always kind of seen it, if you don't like what I'm doing, then don't go there. Like I'm
Yeah.
not going to change what I do to accommodate everybody. But so there's the Alpha X thing. Please friend us on Facebook and like us and pass the name around because that's an actual fan page, I believe. So it's set
Okay.
up like that.
Yeah, I'll have to look up the Alpha X one. I haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at it a bit, but I haven't dug into
Yeah.
it super deep yet.
So check it out. That's kind of fun, and I think that's supposed to be one of like a 3-part series that we're doing of like graphic novels.
Oh, cool.
So we're doing that, coughing that out. Again, go to Indiegogo for that. Look up Alpha X. Could use some more money for that because that's what I like about Indiegogo. Is you actually get to keep the money as opposed to Kickstarter, where it's either win or fail.
Yeah.
So
So you mentioned the Twin Cities Comic Collective. So
Yes.
what is that?
So we're a group of artists out of the Twin Cities. Like, we all do comics and cartoons. We're writers or artists. And at some point, we'll be looking for some more membership too. So contacting us would always be favorable.
Okay.
But the way we're set up, we're designed to help promote each other, our projects, and work collectively to do that. So you kind of have some more people at your back. Originally kind of started out as just sort of hanging out and drinking and talking about, things you could actually relate to with another cartoonist and comic book person. Because, you know what it's like. I mean, you'd have to talk to other podcasters
Yeah.
to be able to bitch about what you actually do for someone to appreciate it.
That's true. Except I don't know any other podcasters, so people are just like, "You just sit in your basement all weekend." What?
Yep.
Yeah, I would imagine it's a pretty secluded group. I mean, you don't talk to each other much.
Yeah. Have to re-explain it every family get together.
Yep.
That's why I just tell people I do radio, and
No,
they understand that.
Yeah. I was gonna never mind.
Yeah,
What?
I
No, what are you gonna say?
No, nothing.
Well, now I want to know.
No.
Dead silence.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
I usually just have to
It
tell
just,
people.
it just helped at work.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like,
Yes.
I
Yep.
just tell people I'm an illustrator, so they can go, "Oh, nice!" Like, yeah,
I just
Okay,
say
well,
internet radio show.
It's crazy how like I guess the industries changed so fast, where you moved from physical media, and I guess like podcasting was all regulated airwave stuff, and now everything's just on the internet, and so
Mhm.
people just don't. It's hard for them to make that leap.
mhm.
So I'm assuming,
And they should, because the podcasts are actually the way to go, because you can get a much more honest response from people,
Mhm.
than the canned crap that you hear on the air. So-
And we can say fuck. So
yeah, that's usually pretty helpful. I like F-bombs; they're fun. We aren't alone. I had to do a podcast a few weeks ago, but I had to do it clean and
Oh no.
and not drink. Like, it was the first one I ever went to that I had to be like clean and professional. I felt so out of place.
You're like, this isn't me at all.
Yeah, this is not who I am. I'm much better when I've had a couple drinks than you. So, ugh. so yeah, we're doing that. We've helped promote each other. We've got a festival in Rosemont that we're working on this year for the Rosemont Arts Council. So
Okay.
just look up the RAC. It's like RAAC, and look at their events page, and we'll be on there.
Cool.
We're doing stuff like teaching classes and doing sketches and stuff for people. So
That'll be neat.
yeah, it's fun.
Do you guys do a bunch of convention stuff, or just really like the big two?
Collectively together, it's kind of hard to get all of us together
Okay.
for a convention, just for the fact that we all kind of have our lives. Most of us still have day jobs. We're doing Wizard World this year, regardless of whether or not the go-go thing passes. So we'll be doing that, and that's a pretty big show. And then, of course, Spring Con together, we'll be doing that. I know Fall Con in October, we'll be doing that together as well. And then various other ones, we just kind of like piece together our time together as best we can.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Do you guys have any other collective works coming out? Like, I guess, have you teamed up with anybody to do something? Like, I'm assuming there's subsets of you guys that kind of break out. And do
Yeah,
something.
I'm gonna at some point, hopefully this year, I'm gonna have to start breaking some balls about it. But working with a writer named David Jensen, because he's got a book that I want to work on called 14 Days to Die,
Okay.
and it's essentially one of those books where, like, what would you do if you had 14 days left, and if it was someone else's fault?
Oh no.
Yes. So there's some good kind of Breaking Bad moments in it that I really liked, and it'd be a chance for me to do something more serious as opposed to just all the comedy stuff that I always do. So we were working on that. Like, all the guys have their own projects together, like a lot of them. So make sure just check out the Facebook thing that has a whole list of stuff. Otherwise, I think there's like TwinCitiesComicCollective.com. You can probably
Okay.
check out, or Google it. Google's always a way to go with things.
Yeah.
I even Google myself once in a while. It's kind of fun.
Isn't it kind of just a little fun?
It's a little narcissistic, but it's really interesting to see, like, oh yeah, I remember I did that thing.
Oh yeah,
That was
the
like-
LinkedIn page that I created so long ago.
Yeah, exactly. Like, or my cousin made a page for me back when I was in college. It was just like 20 years ago, and that'll still pop up. It's still there. You're like, wow, Bemidji, maybe you should probably take that down. That doesn't exist. Shouldn't exist.
I searched myself on Google Images. That's what came up.
My God. pretty, real pretty.
Matt, I didn't realize you went through that
I
stage.
know, right? It's just great. I had to save that picture. It's just hilarious. So yeah, search your name and then see the first picture that comes up.
Wow.
It's-
Oh.
I just don't even know what to make with that photo. It's like
I
when
like
we were
magic.
messing around. Carlos found that he had a Twitter from way back when.
Apparently, it was not my Twitter.
Carlos, it was Carlos Nimps.
It was not Carlos Nimps. was
Okay,
it?
I
No.
think no. It said Carlos, and then it said the ninja, or
Yeah,
something.
that was weird.
yeah. So it was obviously you.
It was clearly not mine.
It was clearly you.
I've never made a Twitter in my life.
Made a Twitter.
Now, I did post on the Blind Ninja Studios Twitter at one of the brewing things.
Yeah,
couple
the
years
homebrew
ago.
competitions.
But
You
I couldn't
sure
even
did.
handle that.
It was 255 characters at a time.
No, I mean I got everything wrong.
What do you mean you got everything?
Oh, like
wrong?
the grand winner. I got the wrong.
Why do we let you do anything?
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry. Like names are hard. All right. he said a bunch of names, and I just put down one of them.
And it wasn't even the right one.
No, it was not.
They should have you handing out the Oscars, and the Oscar goes to this guy. I guess I don't know. Someone. Whatever. Here's some random names. Random
He
names.
can't do as bad as Travolta did.
Oh, that was great. I love. There's something just absolutely delicious about watching people just fuck up. You know.
It's so hard.
Ugh. He doesn't help himself though. I don't think he's necessarily that bright-eyed dude in real life. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So how's Pandora's Box going?
Pandora's Box is going good. This fall I'm gonna have issue 4 out because now that I'm done with the Kingdom of Loathing stuff, I can actually work on my own crap for a while.
Cool.
And that's going to be called the Special Edition, and it features our character Norby that has Down syndrome. I'll let that sink
So
in.
with
Yeah, I know.
with Pandora's Box, you still do is it weekly?
3 times a
Three
week.
times a week. Okay.
3 times a week. Generally around. I post late in the evening on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, so that it'll be ready for Monday, Wednesday, and
Okay.
Friday. So.
And then do you so when you do the collections, are they just collections of old stuff or are they new stuff?
This one's going to be at least half brand new stuff that you can't get on the internet.
Okay.
I try to include brand new stuff in every issue so that at least you're not paying for like recycled shit.
Mhm.
Because I always feel bad making people buy something you can get for free
Yeah.
entirely, but at the same time I don't because I want your money. So that'll be out this fall. I'm also going to do a 10th anniversary collected because I've been doing this for 10 years as of November.
Man,
I know, a whole decade
that's
is just
insane.
pissing away so much
Since
time.
2005.
I know, and to think I've went from being a terrible artist to a mediocre one in 10 years.
That is a
really
huge
great.
jump.
I know, like I can almost draw like a meaty stick figure and make it worth looking at.
A meaty stick figure.
Yeah,
Let that one sink in.
Wait a second, which parts are meaty? Never mind. Never mind.
No, I can
Don't
draw
worry.
whatever. It's fine. So yeah, I'm doing that, and then doing all the conventions I can get to. Still learning to work around a kid's schedule, so I've learned to live with like 5 or 6 hours of sleep a night. You know, you just kind of drink a lot of coffee and act curmudgeonly to everybody you meet because that's about as best as
So
I
it's
can
not a
do.
huge change. for
Not a
them.
huge change. No, that's about as best as I can do for most people. So.
Awesome. Any plans on like shifting like the focus of Pandora's Box, or is it gonna? I mean, you've been doing it for 10 years now. Do you want to work on something else now? Or?
I'm working on changing things up a little bit. I want to get into the swing of doing longer stories.
Okay.
I'm working on one right now with like my character AJ is like finally getting a girlfriend for a bit and seeing what happens with that. And at some point I do have like the end of the whole thing written in my head. Like there will be an ending to Pandora's Box. I just don't want it to happen quite yet.
Yeah.
But I do have other books in my head that I want to work on, and I think a couple years down the line I'm gonna have that ready to go. But I'm not ready to announce that yet. But I'm definitely working on. I want to work on an all ages book.
Okay.
something that my kid could actually read without me being embarrassed by. So, well, because right now, like,
Yeah.
I can't have her reading the things on there without ruining her as a person.
Well, you can right now because she can't read.
That's true. Like I'm enjoying like watching all the Radar stuff that I can now.
I suppose because then you have like 10 years of.
Yeah,
Is the kid gone? Is the kid gone?
yeah. That's what it's gonna be too. Like, well, you're around, so
Cover your eyes.
I guess no Californication for Daddy.
No Game of Thrones. No.
No Game of Thrones.
High School Musical for the 5th time. All right.
Oh God, damn no.
I thought we found Nemo already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like having the kids already like put a lot of slices of life into my comics. Like on New Year's, I was holding her up and playing with her like you do with a baby, and then she threw up in my mouth.
Oh God! Oh
So
no!
that became a strip because what else are we gonna do about it? You know, nothing but smelly like cheese smell for the rest of like the night. Like,
Did you vomit in return?
No. As a parent, you actually get really used to a lot of things. Like, oh, here's this diaper full of like the worst liquid shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh well, like it doesn't bother you so much anymore. When you,
It's like a parent superpower
oh, well, yeah,
or a curse. I'm
you
not
get,
really.
yep, you get used to like the white sticky vomit all over you, and then the dog really likes coming over and licking that off of you. Like my dog really enjoys my daughter's puke. It's disgusting.
That is so
It
gross.
is so gross.
So gross.
You have to fight him to like not lick her face. It's terrible.
Oh, you're not gonna share? You're not gonna share? You're not gonna share that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You were done with it.
he's very interested in it. Like my carpet's super clean now, but not for a good reason.
Never have to get a carpet cleaner again. Oh
That's
man,
so
that took a turn.
Yeah. Kids are gross. It's just the way it is.
So you think? Do you think you'll always just kind of do Pandora's Box, even with all the other stuff? And
Yeah, I think that's gonna be like one of my mainstays. Like that's the thing about doing like the freerangestudios.com thing is that I can always throw in something else, so it's not just Pandora's Box. Like the one I threw up this week, you'd probably check out is like the D's Nut Company jokes. I love doing D's Nut Company jokes. It writes itself. Like, how can you not say put D's nuts in your mouth and enjoy them? You know, and they're all Victorian era style like comics. So I enjoy the idea.
oh, there's something awesome about just middle school butt humor.
Yeah, it runs the gamut. Like I go anywhere from like a poop and dick joke, sometimes together. You never know. To hopefully a little bit more cerebral kind of humor, but
Okay.
at least it's satirical.
All right, awesome. I guess before we wrap up, is there anything else you want to plug?
See, people can always go to freerangestudios.com to check out my stuff. Yeah, I've got a gallery going on over at Deviant Art. Just look at Puppet Master 78. That's a good place to check out more of my professional stuff because I've been doing like a lot of posters for the Twin Cities comedy community. So I do that. I always check out the Twin City Comic Collective stuff, especially on Facebook. We're trying to get more likes for that one. And just come find us at all the local conventions. Just look it up, and chances are one of us is going to be there. So,
What are the dates for Wizard World and SpringCon? Do you know? off the top of your
yeah,
head?
it's the Wizard World is the first weekend in May, so it's like May 1st is that Friday, I think, and then 2 weeks after that is the MSP Con, is what they're calling it now. It's not SpringCon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they changed the name.
Rebranded.
Yeah,
Well, this is the first year after the
head dude. Nick
the head
died,
dude
yeah.
passed away.
Yep. So
Okay.
that'll be interesting to see how that goes. They got a new website, and I know my name's on it, so you can go check that out.
Cool.
That'd be awesome. So
Awesome. Yeah, I think. Well, thanks for joining us again.
I
And
always
we,
enjoy it.
we always love having you on. You know.
I go anywhere there's free beer.
Well, it's here every weekend, so it's the one thing we can pay our guests with. So,
I have no problem with that whatsoever.
all right. Hey, there's some outro bed music. There we go. Just a couple of announcements. Don't forget that you guys can support us on Patreon. Head on over to patreon.com/blindstudios or find us on Facebook, but that's not going to help you get to the Patreon. So head on over to blindstudios.com and then click on the Patreon link at the bottom of the homepage. I got ahead of myself.
So close.
Doing
Uh,
good. Doing good.
And if you're going to do any shopping on Amazon, head over to blindstudios.com, click on the Amazon link at the bottom of our homepage, go to your regular Amazon shopping, and Amazon gives us a bit of a cut for sending you to Amazon because you totally weren't going to go there without us. Absolutely not. All right, if you have any questions, comments, show ideas, or what have you, go ahead and shoot us an email at feedback@blindninjastudios.com. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/blindninjastudios. Or you can follow us on Twitter at blind_ninja. And I'll see you guys next week.